hello there, Charlie here. It's a time of the year when blood is flowing on the streets. Groups of men and women are trying to find the perfect Christmas gift for their girlfriend. What were you thinking? You were hoping Christmas got cancelled because of this pandemic this year, didn't you? Don't worry, I got you covered with these two watches. Follow along. Hello again. Aspirant YouTuber's pocket knife? Check. Girlfriend's pocket knife? Check. Gloves to cover greasy hands? Check. These two watches that I have in my hands are vintage Swatch Daiquiri GK144 from the 90s. A beautiful classic for women from the zenith of Swatch quartz watches. Exact year is 1991. And Pop Pilot VCE or Venice Marco Polo International Airport Edition. A new take on the classic military flieger watch style in 40 millimeters. These two watches will hit the spot when it comes to presents to your girlfriend. So we have two different watches for a perfect starter collection to get your significant other into the hobby of watch collecting. Plastic against steel. Without a doubt, the two most important materials created by mankind will be in your girl's hands, or on her hands. 34 millimeters against 40. Leather against NATO strap. It's Nirvana. So let's put marketing aside and talk a bit about each of them. In the yellow corner, we have Swatch Daiquiri GK144, a light contender weighing only 18 grams, whose design was inspired by the famous cocktail Daiquiri, and these elements are reflected by the overall look of the watch. It comes in a standard plastic Swatch branded case. You can find a ton of these watches on websites like eBay in fair condition with box and papers included. One plus when considering this watch, you can step into the shoes of a serious watch collector by finding one which was produced in the year of birth of your significant other, which is highly probable if your girlfriend is in her 20s or let's say 30s. If the big dogs are doing it, why shouldn't you? If we check the official Swatch website, although information is scarce, we can find that this model was produced in 1992. Although this might be a blunder, as you can see that this watch has 1991 on its dial. Case material is translucent plastic. Good news for you polywatch lovers. Case shape is the iconic Swatch case shape with the proprietary Swatch lugs, 4 on each side. Although there is an abundant supply of straps out there, no worries. This dial has a reflective mirror-like finish with a floral pattern mimicking the transversal section, or if you want to be more specific, a slice of some citrus-like fruit. Talking about Daiquiri, mind blown. The pattern itself is made out of yellow dots. Markers are non-luminescent, simple rectangular shaped with gold-like hue, having small cantilevers, with the third marker being made in a similar design philosophy, straight line, black colored. Good luck reading this outside. This watch is not going to do you any favors when talking about this seemingly crazy hobby to your significant other. I'm sure about this one. This watch wasn't made to be read. Movement inside, it's hard to identify. My guess is 80X series Eto quartz movement. However, at first glance, there is no plastic components in it. So you can call it high-end movement if you fancy. I'm not gonna judge. Case back is wholly transparent. Although quartz movements do not get the same fan base as manual wind chronograph movements, I still think it's a nice feature on a watch to be able to look at the movement without disassembly. On the other hand, battery changing should not cause you any problems, as the steel battery cover can be removed with the help of coins. Although I recommend getting a starter watch servicing kit and using plastic bags as cover to minimize the chance of scratching the steel cover up. Crown is a generic push-in crown. And if we go to the last part, the strap, mind blown, 9 out of 10 for a 30-year-old watch. This yellow leather with orange patterns, it's out of this world. Actually, this looks like skin of lemon. On the back side, you can see written that it's genuine leather and made in France with branding in Swatch. One thing which is a minus is the buckle. It blows my mind how did this flimsy buckle manage to stay in one piece for 30 years. It's just crazy. Last thing is that you can find these watches on eBay, but in general, big cities all around the world have Swatch authorized distributors. So you might be in luck with Swatch if you act really fast, although probably you're not going to find this model, but contemporary models are not as far away in design from these older vintage ones. In the red corner, we have Pope Pilot VCE Flieger inspired watch named after the Venice Marco Polo International Airport. The idea behind these pilot watches made in Hamburg is the fact that each edition is named after an airport. When we check the website, we can see that these Fliegers come in all sizes and colors. This watch comes in the same colors as the flag of Republic of Venice. Watch has a bit of presence, weighing 17 grams, packing much more than the other one. Case itself, it's 40mm wide rose gold plated steel. Hopefully you manage to see the color with these lighting conditions. Classic Flieger shape with brushed sides, also brushing on the lugs, and you can see that it has a polished bezel. Dial brownish yellow with a bit of sparkle in certain light conditions. Printed luminescent indices, although there is a bit of depth in them. Line indices at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock, while there's a triangle with 2 dots at 12 o'clock. A standard feature of Flieger watches to differentiate quickly this marker from the others and to be able to aid pilots in determining orientation. So all in all, this is a classic Flieger Type A dial. I mean, clearly the inspiration is from that A type of Flieger dial. So we have the hands, also reminiscent of pilot's watches, sword-shaped hour and minute marker with lume, and simple seconds marker. In my opinion, it's the dial that gives a bit of character to this watch. As stated on the website, glass is sapphire, although this edition of the watch might be an older one, and I have my doubts if this one is sapphire. Also, the crown itself, it's signed with a triangle, and it's just a simple push-in crown. And also the website said that it's threaded. So I'm guessing that this one is an older version, older edition. Also, case back says 2013. So this is a bit of an older version. Since then, they upgraded it seems. Strap is NATO, dark red color. This is a high quality strap with thick material, perfect for a woman's wrist in my opinion. All the steel elements are rose gold plated, and as the case material, and the buckle is nicely finished with brushing, and we have the Pope Pilot logo on it. So the case back is also rose gold plated steel with a nice personalization. You can see that it's written Pope Pilot, Tempus Fugit, Pope Manet, where it was made in Hamburg and the year it was made. It's a really nice feature, solid watch, you can't go wrong. Movement inside its Citizen Mayura, although more information is not available and I don't want to remove the cover. These movements are cheap, reliable workhorse Japanese movements with an abundant supply on the internet. So if something happens, you don't want to throw it out, you can just buy a new movement, and with a bit of work, you can just put it yourself. So where can you buy one? If you're running out of time, try your local watch Facebook group. Saw a lot of these popping up on Facebook lately. Also, websites like eBay are packed with pop pilots, but of course, this is a solution in the case where you have like 2 months until Christmas. Hope I managed to give you some inspiration, and best of luck to you all, and happy holidays. See you guys.